I bet you didn't know how much the world is about to change. The next frontier. Tech in 2025 to 2045. Welcome back, tech enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the future with the top 5 technology inventions that are set to revolutionize our world in the next 10 to 20 years. It's easy to get caught up in the yearly refresh cycles of smartphones and laptops, but the real seismic shifts in technology often happen over decades, building on foundational research that's happening right now. We're talking about advancements that could redefine not just our gadgets, but how we work, live, communicate, and even understand the universe around us. So, what's on the horizon? We've curated a list of 5 key areas where the breakthroughs are looking particularly promising and potentially world-altering. These aren't just incremental updates, they represent paradigm shifts. From the very nature of computation to the way we power our planet, the changes coming are profound. It's a big claim, I know, but stick with me as we explore each one. We'll look at what they are, where they're headed, and the kind of impact they could have on all of our lives. This isn't science fiction, though some of it might sound like it. This is the trajectory of current R&D, the stuff that scientists and engineers are genuinely working towards. We're going to break down some complex ideas, but the goal here is to understand the core concepts and appreciate the scale of innovation. So buckle up, because we're about to take a serious look at what the tech landscape might look like between 2025 and 2045. Let's get into it. Quantum computing, reshaping problem solving. All right, first up, let's talk about quantum computing. This is one of those terms that gets thrown around a lot, often sounding super complex, and well, it is. But the core idea is a fundamental shift in how we process information. Your current computer, the one you're probably watching this on, uses bits. These are either a 0 or a 1, a simple binary state. It's like a light switch on or off. This has served us incredibly well, powering the digital revolution for decades. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use something called qubits. Now, qubits are fascinating because they can be a 0, a 1, or crucially, a combination of both simultaneously. This is thanks to a quantum mechanical principle called superposition. Think of it less like a light switch and more like a dimmer switch that can be at many points at once, or even a spinning coin that's both heads and tails until it lands. This ability to exist in multiple states at once is a game changer. Then there's another quantum phenomenon called entanglement. When qubits are entangled, their fates are linked, no matter how far apart they are. A change in one instantaneously influences the other. This interconnectedness allows quantum computers to explore a vast number of possibilities concurrently, unlike classical computers that have to check them one by one. This parallel processing power is where the true magic of quantum computing lies, offering an exponential leap in computational capability for certain types of problems. So what kind of problems are we talking about? Think about discovering new drugs and materials. Simulating molecular interactions is incredibly complex for classical computers, but quantum computers could model these interactions with unprecedented accuracy. This could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, designing new pharmaceuticals tailored to individuals, or creating novel materials with specific properties like ultra-efficient solar cells or stronger, lighter alloys for aerospace. Cryptography is another huge area. Many of today's encryption methods, the ones that keep your online banking and messages secure, rely on the difficulty of factoring large numbers. For classical computers, this is a time-consuming task. A sufficiently powerful quantum computer, however, could potentially break these codes relatively easily using algorithms like Shor's algorithm. This means we'll also need to develop new quantum-resistant cryptography to safeguard our digital world in the future. Financial modeling and complex system optimization are also prime candidates. Imagine optimizing global logistics networks, predicting market fluctuations with far greater accuracy, or solving incredibly complex climate change models. The scale of computation required for these tasks is immense, often beyond the reach of even the most powerful supercomputers today. Quantum machines promise to tackle these challenges, leading to more efficient systems and better informed decisions across various industries. Now, it's important to manage expectations. We're still in the early days of quantum computing. Building stable, scalable quantum computers is an enormous engineering challenge. Qubits are incredibly delicate and susceptible to noise and errors from their environment, a phenomenon known as decoherence. Researchers are exploring various approaches from superconducting circuits to trapped ions and photonic systems, each with its own set of advantages and hurdles to overcome. Despite these challenges, the progress is tangible. Companies like Google, IBM, and Microsoft, along with numerous startups and research institutions, are making significant strides. We're seeing machines with increasing numbers of qubits and improved coherence times. While a universal fault-tolerant quantum computer capable of solving any problem is still likely a decade or more away, specialized quantum processors for specific tasks could arrive much sooner and begin to demonstrate quantum advantage. The impact could be as transformative as the invention of the classical computer itself. It won't replace your laptop for everyday tasks like browsing the web or word processing. Classical computers are excellent at those. Instead, quantum computers will be specialized tools likely accessed via the cloud for tackling problems that are currently intractable, opening up new frontiers in science, industry, and beyond. So when you think about the next 10 to 20 years, quantum computing stands out as a technology that could fundamentally alter our ability to understand and manipulate the world at its most fundamental level. It's a long game for sure, but the potential payoff is so immense that it's driving a global race to unlock its power, heralding a new era of computation. Advanced AI and machine learning intelligence unleashed. Next up, let's dive into advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI is already woven into the fabric of our daily lives, from the recommendation algorithms that pick your next show on Netflix to the voice assistants on our phones and the spam filters in our email. But what we're seeing now is just the tip of the iceberg. The advancements anticipated in the next 10 to 20 years promise AI systems that are vastly more capable, autonomous, and integrated into our world. Current AI largely falls under the category of narrow AI or weak AI, meaning it's designed and trained for a specific task, like playing chess or identifying faces. The pursuit of artificial general intelligence, AGI, or AI with human-like cognitive abilities across a wide range of tasks is still a long-term goal. However, even without achieving full AGI, the sophistication of specialized AI is set to explode, leading to systems that can learn, adapt, and perform complex functions with minimal human intervention. Think about healthcare. AI could revolutionize diagnostics, analyzing medical images with superhuman accuracy to detect diseases like cancer at their earliest, most treatable stages. It could personalize treatment plans based on an individual's genetic makeup and lifestyle, and even assist in robotic surgeries with unprecedented precision. Drug discovery, a process that currently takes years and billions of dollars, could be dramatically accelerated by AI algorithms sifting through vast datasets of molecular compounds. In transportation, we're already seeing the beginnings with autonomous vehicles, but advanced AI will manage entire traffic ecosystems, optimizing flow, reducing accidents, and coordinating fleets of self-driving cars, trucks, and drones. Beyond that, AI will transform scientific research by identifying patterns and formulating hypotheses from massive datasets in fields like climate science, astronomy, and particle physics, accelerating the pace of discovery in ways we can barely imagine today. The creative industries will also see significant changes. AI tools are already capable of generating art, music, and even writing. In the future, these tools will become more sophisticated, acting as powerful collaborators for human artists or even generating entirely new forms of entertainment. This, of course, raises interesting questions about authorship, creativity, and the role of humans in the creative process, which we'll need to navigate as a society. However, the rise of more advanced AI also brings significant ethical considerations and challenges that we need to address proactively. Job displacement is a major concern as AI systems become capable of performing tasks currently done by humans across various sectors. We'll need to think about retraining programs, new economic models, and potentially even concepts like universal basic income to adapt to these shifts in the labor market. Bias in AI is another critical issue. AI models learn from the data they are trained on, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI can perpetuate or even amplify them. Ensuring fairness, transparency, and accountability in AI algorithms is paramount, especially when they are used in sensitive areas like criminal justice, hiring, or loan applications. Developing robust ethical guidelines and regulatory frameworks will be crucial. The sheer amount of data being generated globally is a key driver for AI advancement, as more data generally leads to better trained models. Coupled with increasingly powerful computing hardware, including specialized AI chips, the capabilities of machine learning algorithms will continue to grow exponentially. We're moving towards AI that can understand context better, reason more effectively, and interact with the world in a more natural and intuitive way. Imagine AI tutors that adapt to individual learning styles, AI financial advisors that offer truly personalized guidance, or AI assistants that manage complex aspects of our personal and professional lives seamlessly. The integration will be subtle yet profound, with AI working in the background to make systems more efficient, experiences more personalized, and information more accessible. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not just replacing them. So over the next couple of decades, expect AI to become less of a distinct thing we interact with and more of an intelligent layer underpinning many aspects of our reality. The focus will be on developing AI that is not only powerful but also trustworthy, explainable, and aligned with human values. The journey will involve continuous innovation, careful deliberation, and a global conversation about the kind of future we want to build with these increasingly intelligent systems. Chapter 3. Brain-computer interfaces, connecting minds and machines. Alright, let's shift gears to something that truly sounds like it's straight out of science fiction: brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. The fundamental idea here is to create a direct communication pathway between the human brain and an external device like a computer or a prosthetic limb. This isn't just about controlling things with your thoughts, though that's a big part of it. It's about fundamentally changing how we interact with technology and even potentially augmenting human capabilities. Currently, BCIs are making the most significant impact in the medical field. For individuals who have lost the ability to move or speak due to paralysis from conditions like ALS, spinal cord injuries, or stroke, BCIs offer a lifeline. By implanting electrodes or using non-invasive EEG caps to read brain signals, researchers are enabling patients to control robotic arms, type messages on a screen, or even regain some sensation, dramatically improving their quality of life. But looking ahead 10 to 20 years, the applications could expand far beyond medical rehabilitation. Imagine controlling your smart home devices, lights, thermostat, entertainment systems simply by thinking about it. Consider the potential for enhanced learning, where BCIs could help optimize focus or even facilitate the direct transfer of information, though that latter concept is still highly speculative and raises many ethical questions. Gaming and virtual reality are other areas ripe for BCI integration. Instead of controllers or hand tracking, your thoughts could directly influence the game environment, leading to an unprecedented level of immersion and responsiveness. This could create entirely new genres of interactive experiences, blurring the lines between the physical and digital worlds in ways we've only dreamed of. The responsiveness could be instantaneous. There are generally two main types of BCIs, invasive and non-invasive. Invasive BCIs involve surgically implanting electrode arrays directly onto or into the brain. These typically offer higher signal quality and more precise control, but come with the risks associated with surgery and long-term implantation. Companies like Neuralink are pushing the boundaries here, aiming for high bandwidth interfaces that are also minimally invasive over time. Non-invasive BCIs, on the other hand, use sensors placed on the scalp, like EEG, electroencephalography, or FNIRs, functional near-infrared spectroscopy, to detect brain activity. These are safer and easier to use, but generally provide a less precise signal due to interference from the skull and scalp. Significant research is focused on improving the signal resolution and usability of non-invasive BCIs, making them more practical for everyday consumer applications. Of course, the development of advanced BCIs comes with a host of profound ethical, social, and technical challenges. Privacy is a massive concern. If our thoughts can be read by machines, who owns that data? How do we protect against unauthorized access or a mental surveillance scenario? The security of these devices will be paramount, as a hacked BCI could have devastating consequences for an individual. Then there's the question of cognitive enhancement and equity. If BCIs become capable of augmenting intelligence or memory, who gets access to this technology? Will it create a new digital divide, a neuro divide between the enhanced and unenhanced? These are complex societal questions that require careful consideration and public discourse as the technology matures, ensuring that its benefits are distributed fairly. The technical hurdles are also significant. The brain is an incredibly complex organ, and accurately decoding neural signals related to specific intentions or thoughts is a monumental task. Improving the longevity, biocompatibility, and bandwidth of implanted devices, as well as the signal-to-noise ratio of non-invasive methods, are ongoing areas of intense research and development. We need breakthroughs in materials science, neuroscience, and machine learning. Despite these challenges, the potential of BCIs to transform human life is undeniable. From restoring lost function to creating entirely new ways of interacting with the digital world, they represent a frontier where biology and technology merge. Over the next 2 decades, we'll likely see significant progress, moving from specialized medical applications to more widespread, though perhaps initially niche, consumer uses, gradually reshaping our relationship with technology from the inside out. Chapter 4: Autonomous Vehicles, the Future of Mobility. Now let's talk about something that's been on the cusp of mainstream for a while, but is set for a much deeper integration into our lives. Autonomous vehicles. We're not just talking about self-driving cars anymore, although those are a huge part of it. But we're looking at a future where entire transportation systems, from personal vehicles and public transit to logistics and delivery services, could operate autonomously, reshaping our cities and how we move. Currently, we're seeing various levels of driving automation, from advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, like adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist, which are common in new cars, to more sophisticated systems that can handle most driving tasks in specific conditions. Companies like Waymo, Cruise and Tesla are pushing the boundaries, with some already operating robotaxi services in limited areas. The progress is steady, but achieving full level 5 autonomy, where a vehicle can operate anywhere under any conditions without human intervention, is still a complex challenge. The potential benefits of widespread autonomous transportation are massive. Safety is a primary driver. Human error is a factor in the vast majority of traffic accidents. AI-powered vehicles with their 360-degree sensor suites and rapid decision-making capabilities promise to significantly reduce collisions, injuries, and fatalities on our roads. This alone could save millions of lives and trillions of dollars globally each year. Efficiency is another key advantage. Autonomous vehicles can communicate with each other, V2V, and with infrastructure, V2I, leading to optimized traffic flow, reduced congestion, and shorter travel times. Platooning, where vehicles travel closely together in formation, can reduce air resistance and improve fuel efficiency for long-haul trucking. This also means our existing road networks could handle more capacity without needing costly physical expansion. Accessibility will also be transformed. For the elderly, people with disabilities, or those unable to drive, autonomous vehicles offer newfound independence and mobility. This can significantly improve their quality of life, allowing them to access jobs, healthcare, and social activities more easily. The very concept of car ownership might also shift, with more people opting for on-demand autonomous mobility services rather than owning a personal vehicle. However, the road to a fully autonomous future is paved with challenges. The technology itself needs to mature further, particularly in handling edge cases, rare and unpredictable events on the road. Ensuring robust performance in all weather conditions, heavy rain, snow, fog, and complex urban environments remains a significant engineering hurdle. The sensors, software, and AI decision-making algorithms must be incredibly reliable. Regulatory frameworks are still evolving. Governments worldwide are grappling with how to test, certify, and deploy autonomous vehicles safely. Questions around liability in case of accidents, data privacy, as AVs collect vast amounts of information, and cybersecurity are critical and need to be addressed with clear and consistent policies to foster public trust and enable widespread adoption. Public acceptance is another crucial factor. Many people are still hesitant about relinquishing control to a machine. Building trust will require demonstrating impeccable safety records, transparent operation, and educating the public about the technology's capabilities and limitations. The human-machine interface within these vehicles will also be important for ensuring passengers feel comfortable and secure. Beyond personal cars, think about autonomous trucks revolutionizing the logistics industry, making freight transport more efficient and potentially operating 24/7. Autonomous public transport, like self-driving buses or pods, could offer more flexible and responsive services. Delivery drones and sidewalk robots could handle last-mile deliveries, further automating the supply chain and changing how we receive goods. Ultimately, the widespread adoption of autonomous vehicles over the next 10 to 20 years could lead to a fundamental redesign of our urban landscapes. With fewer accidents and potentially less need for parking as vehicles can self-park or be part of a shared fleet, valuable urban space could be repurposed for parks, pedestrian zones, or housing. It's a future that promises safer, cleaner, and more efficient mobility for everyone. Chapter 5. Sustainable Energy Solutions. Powering a greener planet. Finally, let's turn our attention to one of the most critical challenges and opportunities of our time: sustainable energy solutions. The way we generate and consume energy is undergoing a massive transformation, driven by the urgent need to combat climate change and the falling costs of renewable technologies. Over the next 10 to 20 years, we can expect even more profound breakthroughs that will make clean, sustainable energy more accessible, affordable, and reliable. Solar power is already a major player, but advancements are set to make it even more ubiquitous. We're talking about next-generation photovoltaic cells with significantly higher efficiency rates, converting more sunlight into electricity. Think transparent solar cells that can be integrated into windows, or solar paint that can turn almost any surface into a power generator. The cost of solar has plummeted, and this trend is likely to continue, making it a dominant energy source globally. Wind energy is also evolving rapidly. We're seeing the development of larger, more powerful wind turbines, including massive offshore wind farms that can capture stronger, more consistent winds. Innovations in turbine design, materials, and smart controls are increasing their efficiency and reducing their environmental footprint. Floating offshore wind platforms will open up vast new areas for wind power generation in deeper waters. A crucial piece of the sustainable energy puzzle is energy storage. Renewables like solar and wind are intermittent. The sun doesn't always shine and the wind doesn't always blow. Therefore, effective energy storage solutions are vital for ensuring a stable and reliable grid. We're expecting significant improvements in battery technology, higher energy density, longer lifespans, faster charging, and lower costs, driven by research into new chemistries beyond lithium-ion. Grid-scale storage, using large battery installations or other technologies like pumped hydro or green hydrogen, will be essential. Then there's the long-term, almost mythical promise of fusion energy. Fusion, the process that powers the sun, involves fusing light atomic nuclei to release vast amounts of energy. Unlike nuclear fission used in current nuclear power plants, fusion produces no long-lived radioactive waste and has no risk of meltdown. Major international projects like ITER are making progress, and numerous private companies are pursuing innovative approaches. While commercial fusion power plants are still likely a couple of decades away, significant breakthroughs in the 2025 to 2045 timeframe could prove its viability as a clean, virtually limitless energy source. Beyond solar, wind, and fusion, other renewable sources will continue to play a role. Geothermal energy, tapping into the Earth's internal heat, offers a consistent baseload power supply. Tidal and wave energy technologies are maturing, harnessing the power of the oceans. Green hydrogen, produced using renewable electricity to split water, is emerging as a versatile energy carrier that can be used for transportation, industry, and energy storage. The development of smart grids is also critical. These are modernized electrical grids that use information and communication technology to gather and act on information about the behavior of suppliers and consumers in order to improve the efficiency, reliability, economics, and sustainability of the production and distribution of electricity. They will enable better integration of distributed renewable energy sources, manage demand more effectively, and improve grid resilience. The transition to sustainable energy isn't just about technology, it's also about policy, investment, and societal change. We'll need supportive government policies, massive investment in new infrastructure, and a shift in consumer behavior. But the technological advancements on the horizon offer a clear path towards a cleaner energy future, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and mitigating the worst impacts of climate change. This energy revolution will have far-reaching economic and geopolitical consequences. Countries that lead in sustainable energy technologies will gain a competitive advantage. Energy independence will increase for many nations, and the global energy landscape will be fundamentally reshaped. It's a transition that promises not only a healthier planet, but also new economic opportunities and greater energy security for all. The next 10 to 20 years will be pivotal in accelerating this transition. We'll see these technologies mature, scale up, and become increasingly integrated into our energy systems. The goal is a future powered predominantly by clean, abundant, and affordable energy. And the innovations we're discussing today are the key to making that future a reality, ensuring a sustainable legacy for generations to come. Chapter 6, The Road Ahead, Embracing Innovation. So there you have it, 5 areas of technology that are poised to make a massive impact over the next 10 to 20 years. From the fundamental nature of computing with quantum systems to the evolving intelligence of AI, the intimate connection of BCIs, the transformation of our mobility with autonomous vehicles, and the critical shift towards sustainable energy, the future looks incredibly dynamic. It's clear that the pace of innovation isn't slowing down, and the implications for our society are profound. Of course, with great technological power comes great responsibility. Each of these advancements brings its own set of ethical considerations, societal challenges, and potential hurdles that we'll need to navigate thoughtfully. The journey from a promising lab result to a globally adopted technology is complex, requiring not just brilliant engineering but also public discourse, robust policymaking, and a collective vision for how we want these tools to shape our world. But the potential for positive change is immense. It's an exciting time to be alive and witness these transformations unfold. The technologies we've discussed today have the power to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges and unlock new potentials we can only begin to imagine. Keeping an eye on these developments isn't just for tech enthusiasts. It's for anyone curious about the future that awaits us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech updates. See you in the next video.